Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday. We're live for Facts and Snacks. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I've been waiting for this call with you guys, or this Facebook Live rather, all week long. I'm so excited. So, today we're going to discuss a few things. But before we get into that, like I told you guys last week, what I promised, I did bring a snack with me today. And what I brought are some honey bunches of oats. Really good snack. Not too many calories, not too much sugar, just enough to hit the spot. So if you haven't had honey bunches of oats, please go grab some. I think I have the honey roasted kind, and it's like really awesome. So you should definitely try it, and they have like other flavors too. So I hope that we have a few people come on live with us today. If we don't, that is totally fine. You're more than welcome to ask any questions that you have and stick them in the comments, send us a message, all that good stuff. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So I hope you guys have had a productive week. August started on Wednesday. Very, very exciting. It's just over that hump, heading into the end of 2018, and then boom, before you know it, it'll be 2019. So I hope that in 2018 that a lot of you guys have been productive and have been able to get quite a bit done. For me, it's been more of a transitionary period this year, and I have quite a few big goals that I'm trying to hit in 2019. So if you want to talk about some of your successes this year or some of your goals, I would love to hear them. Stick them in the comments, please. Stick them in the comments. And we have some really, really big things coming up. I'm not going to share them today because I don't want to give it away, but you guys it's going to be fun. I'm really excited on what's in store for us. So let's hop into our topics for today. Our business topic, networking, creating your net worth with your network. That is a saying, it's been around a long time. And it's very important that, it's something that people take very lightly, and they shouldn't, especially when they're, starting a business or they're trying to get to that next step. So we're going to discuss that. It's very, very, very important that you create a network around what you're trying to do. For me personally, I have gotten so many a plethora of opportunities just from me knowing somebody that knew somebody else. And I'm always looking to expand my network, even if we don't work together right now. You just never know where it can land you in the future. I could need something from somebody in the future and in a service that they offer, and it could be for my own personal reasons, right? Or you never know what blessing you could be in somebody else's life. So it's very important that everybody that you talk with and interact with, you make a good conversation, you have a good talk, because you never know where that can land you in the future. Oh, we just have somebody that got on. Let me see. Who is it? I can't see. I'm on my phone, guys. So, hello to whoever just logged on. Really glad you're here. If you have any questions or anything, you want to talk, head to the comments. We'd love to talk. We're talking about your net worth, creating your network. So everybody that you come in contact with in life, you never know what blessing may lead this way or that way out of that conversation. So every conversation that I have with people, I remember everybody, and you just never know where it'll take you. The people in your network, honestly, people don't believe it, but they will dictate your financial success that you already have, that you're going for, that you're going to create. And I'm going to repeat that one more time because I don't think you're hearing me. The people in your network will dictate your financial success that you already have or that you're looking to create. And that's so, so important. And I'm not telling you who to be friends with, who not to be friends with, who to talk to and who not to talk to. That is not what this is about. But at the same time, if you take that information and you really think in your life, who you have in your circle, who you have in your network, because those are two different things, right? And really sit down and think about it and think about what they have going on in their life, and does that align with what you're trying to do in yours and where you're headed in your life? Those are things you want to think about. And as hard as it may be, you may have to make some changes in there, to get where you want to be in life. And it shouldn't be any hard feelings about that. But what happens is when people are like, you know what, I'm headed in this direction, you're headed in that direction. They tell that person, they take it personal, and it just creates commotion, and it's just a mess. And it shouldn't be that way. If that situation happened to me, which it hasn't yet, but if it had, and we went in separate directions, I would be happy for that person, and I would want nothing but the best for them. Nothing but the best of success in their future endeavors, but everyone doesn't think that way. So keep that in mind, because even though you're thinking about this on your side, it could be somebody else that's in your circle or your network that's thinking about the same thing. And you guys may split ways for whatever reason, and it could be personal, it could be a relationship, it could be business, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. It's still a relationship regardless. And tying in with that, you are the sum of the people that you have in your life and spend your time with. It's simple. If you are, and I'm using this as an example, I have nothing against motorcycle or bikers. They're awesome. I used to ride bikes a little bit back in the day, right? I have a lot of cousins and friends that do it. But if you are a biker and you ride motorcycles, who are you going to hang around? Who are you going to attract? Other bikers and motorcycles. They're going to be a part of a bike club. You're a part of a bike club. You may be a part of the same bike club. So that's just an example. So just keep that in mind when you're talking with people, when you're trying to create your network. I would be very strategic about it, because you need to sit down and look at what you're trying to do in your personal life and your business life, what direction you're actually headed, and then moving forward, when you're trying to create that network, you can use that and be like, okay, would this be beneficial? Would that be beneficial? And you can, determine that as you go. And those will be your decision-making, skills that you would need to find. Also, we have many different kind of networks. So I just touched on this briefly. You have personal. You have your family network, your community network, obviously your business network, which that's kind of what I'm really talking about today. Your friend network, which I consider that your circle, your close friends, your best buddies. And then your client and customer network. And I mean, it could be many more after that. So I would say those are the main core networks that you have in your life. But if you really look at your client network, your client and customer network, your business network, those are two different things. And if you're even looking at your friend network, it's a lot of connections you can make in there. Even if you go to your personal Facebook page, I'm pretty sure you have some people that are trying to grind like you are, right? You have some entrepreneurs on your page. Reach out to them. Hey, I'm so-and-so. I have this going on. I see that you have I see that you have this going on or that going on. Why don't we make the connection? Maybe you know someone that does this that I may need, or maybe we can work together in the future. You just never know where it may lead you. So it's just always good to make the connection. Say hi. Follow up every couple of months. Hey, just checking in. I know we haven't talked in a few months. How is everything going with your business? You have a digital marketing business? Awesome. How's that going? How's the year going for you? Is that so hard to do? It's really not. As much as you go on Facebook, because a lot of it's personal, because it is. LinkedIn is not as personal, but Facebook is very personal, right? Your friends on Facebook, it's personal. Unlike you may have some other colleagues or business colleagues, but it's very personal, right? But I would start there. I would start with defining where you're trying to go for yourself, personal. What are your goals? Your business, what are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go, right? Once you define those things, then we move to step 2, actually looking to create your network. And it can come in many forms or fashion. They always say that you're always being watched and that somebody's watching you. And it's so true. Your actions, no matter if you go to the store, grocery shopping, or even whether you're on your own personal Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, you're being watched. You never know who's watching you. So you always want to be conscious of that. But I would just start with who you know. Family, friends, start there. And you know what? If they don't want to support you on your business ventures, then send them away. You don't want anybody but supportive people in your corner. And you shouldn't have to beg someone to be supportive of your dreams and your goals and what you're trying to do. I mean, that's just crazy, you know? So you don't want to stress yourself out. You may be working a full-time job and trying to build your business, or, you know, you have a family, there's so many things going on. The last thing you need is to be stressed out because someone doesn't support your goals and dreams. As long as you believe in it and you believe you can achieve it, then you can do it. If you can do anything you put your mind to. And I'm a firm believer in that. So start there. And then what I would also do is go on social media, go to local networking groups. Face-to-face is everything. There are a lot of online businesses these days. And the reason they're not successful or they're not getting sales is because no one knows they're a real person. You know, we hate getting spammed, right? I hate it. I know you hate it. So why would I want to do business with somebody that I don't even see a real person or know who they are? At least let me see one person, you know. So that's why local networking groups and meetup groups are amazing. You make so many connections that way. And, you know, you never know in 1, 3, or 5 years where that connection can go. I mean, it could be either side, your side or their side, or it could be someone else that they know or someone else that you know that you can connect. But that's what it's all about, is just connecting. Oh, someone else logged on. Hello, how are you today? I can't see who it is, so I'm so sorry. But yeah, so local meetup net groups, go find 1 or 2, maybe Chamber of Commerce, go find them in your area and go to a brunch, go to a lunch, even go to a dinner, mingle, whatever. Go find 1 or 2 to go to, and make that one of your goals for August, is to go to 1 or 2 local networking events. And I guarantee you won't regret it. So moving to social media, LinkedIn is amazing. If you aren't a part of LinkedIn, if you don't have a profile, go make one. LinkedIn is pretty much like Facebook, but it's a professional networking website. Facebook is more personal. Yeah, you can make business pages and all of that, but LinkedIn is straight professional. It's amazing. You can make a lot of contacts on there. I would recommend making one, setting up your profile, and go to work. I mean, it's really awesome on what's on there. A lot of, you know, just business tips, tricks, people, anything that you're looking for as far as business, you will find it on there. Then you come back to Facebook and Twitter. You can make connections on Facebook very easily, and not around your friends or family. We've already talked about that. I'm talking about actually going in the search box and going after pretty much what you're looking for. If you're looking for specific people, find groups centered around. So, for example, for me, virtual assistant, I'm in pretty much every virtual assistant group you can possibly think of. I added myself to all of them. So now I have that network where I can reach out to if I need something. You know, I'm getting to know everybody in those groups, so we know who each other, you know, is. If we need to, if they have a potential client that's not a fit for them, and they're like, hey, Jasmine, they may be a fit for you. I have developed that and created that for myself, and that's basically free marketing. That's exactly what it is basically free marketing. I have someone else that I already connected with, and we have a great, you know, business relationship. And that's what we do. And vice versa. If I have a client and I'm like, oh, they may not be a good fit for me, I have 1 or 2 people right off the top of my tongue that I'm like, hey, this person would be great. This person would be great. So you want those people that will be able to vouch for you. So those are just a few ways. There's a lot of ways to make networks. You have to find the best method, the best route for you. And it's honestly contingent on what you're trying to do with yourself. Your network may be different than the next person's, and that's the goal, right? So I'm gonna get off of that soapbox, but I'm basically speaking off experience. Pretty much all of the opportunities I've had, I would say about 85 to 90% of them have been, and then I'm not just talking about with my business. I'm talking about when I was in the corporate world, working, you know, full-time job, all of that stuff. Even when I went to college, everything has been based off of a network. I started at a young age doing it, and I've always tried to, you know, preach and tell people about it as I can, because it's very, very important, very, very important. And you never know that conversation with someone, where it can take you, or what blessing it could be for someone. So moving on to our next topic. If you have any questions about networking, if you need help, I'm here to help. I will tell you everything I know to the bone about opportunities, how to get them, where to get them. I just basically scrape the cover, but I could dive in way, way, way deeper than that. But we can have another Facts and Snacks about networking. If you would like that, put it in the comments, send me a message. I would love to do one. Just let me know. So we're going to move on to our VA topic today, is how can you share information with your VA, and what systems do you use? That stumps a lot of people that are like, I need a virtual assistant. So they've made it. So what we've already talked about how to identify that you need a VA, where to find a VA, right? What you need to kind of have in place before you bring your VA on. So, okay, you've been through the hiring process. You've done all of that. Now, how can you share information with your VA? What's next? So I hired them. What do I do now? Okay, we can talk about that. So there's a system called LastPass. And basically with LastPass, that's the one that I use. It's amazing. There are other ones out there, but I'm just going to use this one today because I have experience with it. You are able to basically go on there and add all of your websites or systems that your VA will need access to. And basically you are sharing the page with your VA. You give them access to your page, but they don't see your password, right? So they'll need to download, they'll need to download an extension on their Chrome browser or Internet Explorer or whatever. And then they're able to just log in. So if they put that extension on there, for example, if I'm trying to log into Susie's Facebook, no, that's not a good example. I'll use Squarespace or WordPress. So let's say, my client, she needs some design help. So she just brought me on as a VA. She's going to go on there and set it up on LastPass. I'm the VA. And what she's going to do is she's going to share it with me. So when I pull up Squarespace, boom, her username and her password, it automatically auto-populates, and then I'm in. So I never see a password, and I'm in. And even when we decide not to work with each other anymore, she can remove my access, and then I don't have access anymore. It's as simple as that. I know it sounds crazy. I know it's so simple, but that's the secret. It really isn't a secret. LastPass is it. LastPass is a system that you want to use. So that is something that you definitely want to get on. And you could already be at the point we're talking about now. If you need a VA and you haven't made it to this point, that's okay. That's why I'm giving you this information now. If you're at this point and you're like, oh my gosh, Jasmine, thank you so much for sharing that, then there you go. LastPass. You'll want to set up your own account, and then you'll want to share it. You'll have to have the VA's email address, and then you'll want to share it with them, and boom, there you go. It's that simple. You'll want to add, and you can even make it as you can even put credit card information on there. If you're someone that's needing your VA to book things for you, like trips and hotels and all that good stuff, you're able to put your information on there, and it's just really amazing. So I would go check out LastPass, LastPass.com. So that's the first system you want to look at. Then you'll have VAs that obviously we have to keep time. You have some people that are on a per project basis. They're hourly. They have a retainer package. So either way it goes, more than likely your VA is going to use is what is called a time tracking system. So basically that's where they punch in and out when they're working on your work. So there are a lot of different systems out there. So what I would recommend is having your VA to basically have their own time tracking system. When you're doing the hiring process, I would ask them, hey, what do you use to track time? You have Toggle. Toggle is free. I use Toggle. I haven't had any issues with it. You have Hive Desk. I think you have to pay for that one. I think that's more so for larger companies that probably have a staff. I'm trying to think of what other ones. Those are the main two off the top of my head, but there are quite a few, but I would recommend Toggle, Toggl. And if you have a newer VA that doesn't really know what that is or whatever, mention it to them. Hey, have you used Toggle before? And it's really simple. They can go on there and keep track. They can send you reports each week on what they worked on, and boom, there you go. It's very, very simple. Another system you want to possibly look at is having a project management tool system. There are several. Oh my gosh, there are several. If you're a business owner that is already using one, congrats to you. If you don't know what that is, or you're like, hey, I need more information on that, well, let's talk about it. So a project management tool basically will help you manage and keep track of your projects. That's exactly what it's for. So you have, I'll name off a few off the top of my head. You have Trello. Trello is really good. You can go on there, you can make due dates, you have these cards, and you can give your VA access, and they can go on there and see everything, and you both can work out of that. You can make like a in progress or working and a done, and you can have your VA, like when you both are working on things, it's just better to keep it organized because they can stick it to done, they can make notes in there, you can do deadlines, you can do a timeline, all type of stuff. So I would definitely recommend using Trello. You also have another one that's called Asana that a lot of people use. Hey Natosha, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope your pageantry things are going well. I see you on Facebook doing your thing, bro. But anyway, so there's another one called Asana. Asana's really good. So you can add your VA in there, and you can just create tasks for your VA, put due dates, notes. You can attach things on there, and you guys can chat in there. That's a pretty good, awesome. And those are probably the top two that I would recommend. There are some other ones, but I would definitely recommend those because I've used those since since a long time. You also want to decide how you guys are going to communicate. There's a really, really good system called Slack. And it's basically like, kind of like Facebook Messenger in a way, but it's, it's Slack, Slack. It's really, really awesome. I would definitely recommend using that. If you guys are going to email, right? Or if you're going to have a meeting once a week and you want to do a Zoom call or a Skype call or, a Facebook Messenger call. There are just several ways. You want to just talk to your VA, be like, how are we going to communicate? Are you going to have a meeting once a week? It's going to be one every other week. You want to talk about that. Trying to think of what other tools. As far as on the business owners end, so your VA, you want to decide, like, as far as the payment. I know a lot of VAs, they'll invoice their clients. Some will even take the payment automatically. Some are weekly, some are bi-weekly, some are monthly. Some make you pay up front. It's just, that's between you and your VA, and kind of how your VA has their payment structure set up is kind of what you want to go off of. As far as that, and I'm trying to think of what else, what other systems that... I think those are the main ones. I mean, obviously, besides email, Google Drive or Dropbox, you want to decide where you're going to actually put your shared files and all of that good stuff. But I would say those are the main ones. And I forgot with Trello and Asana. Asana is Asana. And then Trello is Trello as far as the project management tools that I recommended for those. So that's kind of I would say a good summary of the systems that you guys will probably share and use. There are plenty more. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot more, but we're only going to cover a little bit out of time because I don't want to confuse anybody. And I just want us to take it step by step. Each Facts and Snacks we're talking, we're building. Like, this is the third one. The first one we talked about, what is the VA? How can we help you? Then the second, Facts and Snacks, we talked about when you're ready, identifying when you're ready for one and what you need to have in place and all of that good stuff. Now we're talking about, hey, now I have one, what do I do? So we're just going to take it step by step. And again, if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, anything, drop it in the comments. Please drop it in the comments. Send us a message. I will respond. I am very, very swift. I'm very responsive, a quick turnaround. So let me know. I would love to talk. But that's pretty much all I had for you guys today. Like I said, we have some really, really big things coming up. Okay, I'll share them. I didn't want to. So we're going to be starting a Facebook group. And it's not going to be Jasmine and Company. It's kind of going to be ran, I guess you can say. I'm working on that now. And it's going to be called Entrepreneurs, Business, and More. And so basically, like the facts and snacks that we're having here, we're going to have those in that group. But it's not going to be me talking. I don't want to be the one talking. It's going to be from your fellow colleagues and entrepreneurs and small business owners and struggles and successes or business topics or whatever we're going to discuss. And it's going to be, beneficial for everybody. Everybody will be able to talk in there. You'll be able to connect and link in there. So I'm really excited about that. We'll roll that out here in August, and I'll keep you posted on it. We're also, Jasmine and Company is going to, we've blogged a little bit. If you go to the website, jasmineandco.org, we have a few on there, but we are officially launching our J&Co blog this month. I believe the second week of this month. So I'm super excited about that because like I told you guys before, I love to write. It brings my creativity side out, and I'm able to tell a story as well. So I'm really, really excited about that. And then lastly, what was the other thing? Oh, we will have a few surprises for you guys, probably in about a week or two as well. And I'm really excited to share them with you. So I will keep you posted on those things as well. So we have a lot of things going on, and I'm just really excited about the rest of this year, 2018, and what to look forward to and all that good stuff. And I would love to hear what you guys have going on as well. Any successes that you have, I would love to hear them. And if you've had failures, please share them so that someone else doesn't make the same mistake and you can tell your story. So that'll be, we can tie it into the Facebook group when we get that going, but that is what that group will be about, is for us to learn and network from each other. So that is pretty much all I have for you guys today. I know this is way longer, probably about 15 minutes over than what we usually do each week, but it's just so much information and I just want to share with you guys. So I hope that you got a little bit out of what we talked about today. And again, any questions or comments or anything, drop them in the comments, send us a message or anything like that. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. And we will talk soon. Have a great weekend as well. Happy August. Let's be productive. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a good rest of your week.